All right, this is Boxing with the Truth, and I am the Truth on April 27th, 2015, and today we are here with former world champion Greg Haugen. How you doing today, Greg?
I'm doing good. How's yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you for being willing to break down the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight on May 2nd for us.
Not a problem.
So let's start out with Mayweather. What do you see his strengths are in this fight?
Well, Floyd's a good fighter as far as, his defensive skills go. He's tough to hit. He rolls with the shoulder. But most of those guys he's been fighting are all hand-picked guys. Ricky Hatton, Cotto. They're slow. They're one-shot guys. So I see this as a little different fight because of the fact that it's something the public demanded for years, and Floyd couldn't escape it. He finally had to fight somebody, and I don't think it's a hand-picked guy. And everybody has trouble with southpaws, and that's a whole new ball game when you're fighting a southpaw. Manny's a fast southpaw with good power, so I'm hoping Manny goes right at him. If Manny goes right at him and forces a fight, Floyd's going to be in trouble, because we've seen what that goofy guy that he fought, Medina, or whatever the hell his name was, pressured him. Floyd had a little bit of problems with the pressure, and, every fighter has problems with pressure, but I think, Manny gets in his face early. I think I like Manny's chances. I'd just like to see somebody close Floyd's big mouth. He's got a big mouth, and he's been running it for a long time. But if he can walk the walk and talk the talk, then you're able to back it up. So. But as far as being the best ever, right there, I heard some stuff that he said the other day that just, made me think he's just a total retard. He's talking about how he suffers more racism than Muhammad Ali did in his day, which is a bunch of crap. There's just no way that, they had black bathrooms and white bathrooms back in his day, and Muhammad lost 3 great years just because he didn't want to go to war. And, for Floyd to say that he's better than Muhammad Ali and he suffers more racism just shows some ignorance, I think, on Floyd's part. But, I'm just pulling for Manny. I hope Manny gets in there and just jumps on him from round 1. And it's going to make it a whole different fight because Floyd doesn't fight well under pressure. Okay,
so basically you think Manny's best chance is to actually start a fight with Mayweather right in the middle of the ring, and it's going to have to be a war, because if he allows Mayweather to move around and backpedal and box, he's just going to outbox him, and it's going to be a boring fight.
Yeah, it'll be a real boring fight because he'll just counterpunch him with his one shot here, step to the side. Floyd likes to throw one shot, slide to the side, and come back with another shot. And Floyd's not a knockout guy. He's got a little bit of power, but what knocks these guys out is the speed. When you're putting 3 or 4 shots together, pop, pop, pop. It just doesn't let the guy recover. But Floyd in the last 3 or 4 years just hasn't thrown any combinations really. It's basically one shot and he moves out, and but he's able to do that with the guys that he's been fighting because he's pretty much dictating the pace. He's able to do what he wants. Hopefully with Manny's going to go out and jump right on his ass and just make him fight, the whole fight, because, a guy's got a guy in his face, it tends to make him, makes him have to think, and some guys don't think as quick as others, and Floyd's had so many easy fights, so many hand-picked guys, that, I think this could be a chance for Manny just to jump right on him and take him out.
Okay, but obviously, I mean, Floyd's aware that Manny's going to have to come at him with pressure and speed. So, I mean, and Floyd's a pretty smart fighter. So, doesn't Manny have to watch out for traps? Because don't you think Floyd's smart enough to set traps for him to walk right into something?
Well, yeah, I mean, Manny's susceptible to get hit because he takes more chances than Floyd. With Marquez, he got hit with the perfect punch. If Marquez would have hit Floyd with that, he would have did the same thing, would have knocked him out cold. So, it's just a matter of, being careful in there. I mean, any fight can be, or any punch can be your last punch, I just think that, for Manny to win this fight, he's not going to have to worry about Floyd setting traps. He's going to have to, dictate the pace. There can only be one box in there, and it's got to be you. You got to be forcing the fight. I mean, if Manny's forcing the fight, forcing Floyd back, guys don't fight as well going back as they do going forward. So, and I think Manny's got the power, got the speed. And it all depends on how well Floyd fights southpaws. I think I've seen him fight one southpaw. And that might be why he's been avoiding Manny. Because when you're in there with a southpaw, especially a fast southpaw that's got power, that's a whole different ball game. I mean, everything you've ever been taught as a fighter goes out the window because you're fighting a southpaw. The jab really doesn't work that well. There's more right hands and left hooks and his foot control, and there's a lot more that goes involved into it. So you either know how to fight a southpaw or you don't, and we'll see. Maybe Floyd does it. Maybe that's what Floyd's been ducking, coming up with all these excuses, and he's on roids or he's doing this, he's doing that. But he just got to the point where he couldn't bullshit the public no more. Couldn't tell him, he had to fight. He had to fight Manny because, basically Al Heyman and Floyd been handpicking all his guys, and it's been a joke.
Do you believe if Manny Pacquiao wins this fight, do you believe there'll be a trilogy?
Well, I already think, either way you look at it, it's going to be a 3-fight deal. I mean, Floyd's smart enough to have a rematch clause in there, and, obviously he thinks he's got a chance to lose the fight, but, being how he's from Vegas judges are the biggest idiots in the world. I mean, they depends on what 3 blind mice they put in there. Some of the guys are decent, but other ones are just terrible. I mean, you got a guy named Dave Moretti. Dave Moretti's blind in one eye and can't see out of the other and shouldn't be judging. So you got guys that, judge with their ears and not their eyes. I mean, the guy can throw a punch, miss it, but he's a crowd favorite, so the crowd's going to cheer because he thinks he landed the punch or he threw the punch. Not every judge can see from every angle, so. If I was Manny, I would know going into the fight that I got to knock him out to win because Floyd's a hometown boy. Floyd brings a lot of revenue to that town, and they're gonna do what they got to do to keep the cash cow going.
Okay, and that's what I was just going to ask you. So obviously you don't think there's any way Manny Pacquiao can get a decision in Las Vegas?
No.
So this is going to have to basically be a turn of events, like kind of how Marquez finally had to knock Pacquiao out. In order to win, Pacquiao's going to not have to knock him out.
Well, I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, if it's a total domination fight where Manny just outclasses him and out-fucking and just beats him down, up and down, then, they'll have to give it to Manny, but I don't see that happening because Floyd's too good of a fighter. But it also depends on being a southpaw, I mean, some guys can fight southpaws, other guys can't. Because it's a whole different thing. I mean, it's just a whole different ball game. So, we'll see if Manny or Floyd can, handle his southpaw. And if he can't, it's going to be a long night for him. Do
you think that Mayweather is going to be able to beat Pacquiao just the same way he beats everybody else, or is he going to have to come with a whole different game plan?
Well, I think maybe Floyd's going to have to just go out there and just, I mean, he's going to have to actually fight this time. I mean, I think the last 4 or 5 fights, he's been just kind of, sleepwalking through the fights. Fighting a guy like Ricky Hatton, that's not dangerous. Fighting a guy like Miguel Cotto, Cotto was, he looked good against Fernandez or Martinez because Martinez was shot. He had no legs. He was an old man. But, so far, the last 4 or 5 fights, Floyd's been able to just stand there where he wants, do what he wants, not have to worry about the other guy really not being in danger. I think this is the first fight in a long time that Floyd has to worry about him being, in arm's way where he can get knocked out.
But now Floyd usually worries about Floyd, though. Floyd doesn't worry about the fans. So even though they're both getting paid tons of money and the ticket sales, the tickets are outrageous, do you think Floyd's going to still worry about his undefeated record and just kind of box? Or do you think he'll stand in a phone booth with Manny Pacquiao and go to war?
Oh, no, there's no way he'll stand there and slug it out with Manny, because that's Manny's only shot. But yet, it could be something that, he has no choice in. There's a guy, there's only one boss in the ring, and this could be something that Manny's dictating that he fights this way. He's pressuring him, he's close, he's not giving Floyd a chance to get off with his jab or, his one shot and get away. Manny gets right in his face and starts putting combinations together. Floyd's going to have to match him. And, that's not something Floyd's had to do for 4 or 5 years. He's been able to handpick his opponents and, just go in there with a game plan, but, them game plans can get thrown out the window if the other guy starts kicking your butt, Manny's in shape. Manny's obviously in shape to go 12 hard, full rounds, full out. So if he comes out and just starts moving and ducking and weaving, making it tough for Floyd to land. Floyd's also getting old. At Floyd's age, any fight could be your last fight. Father Time's undefeated. So, Floyd is getting up there in age, and it could be one fight could be the difference. All of a sudden, you go from one fight being looking great to the next fight being looking like an old man. So, I've seen it happen. So, Floyd's getting close. He's 38, 39 years old. So, this is something that could pop up during the fight, too. So, we'll see.
So, if Manny Pacquiao wins this fight, if you were Manny Pacquiao and you won this fight, would you retire?
Yeah, I'd tell Floyd to stick it up his ass, because it took him 5 years to make the fight. They should have fought this fight when they were both in their prime 4 or 5 years ago. But Floyd's stuck there. Just started making all these demands, and I wouldn't give him a rematch. I'd make him suffer just like he made you suffer. You're in charge. You're the one making the calls. What you got to lose? What you got to win from here on out? He's got enough money his grandkids won't spend unless he's a total idiot. And he goes out beating supposedly one of the best fighters ever. Go out on top.
Okay, so do you plan on attending the fight, or are you going to watch it on pay-per-view?
No, I'm not going down there. It'll be a zoo. I might go over to Blaze and watch it, I'm sure I'll watch it. I got people wanting me to come down to the fight and this and that, but Al Heyman, being the turd that he is, really screwed things up with the tickets. So there's people now that are just now getting their tickets today. So it's going to be a nightmare, so I choose to stay away from those kind of things.
All right, well, listen, I'm going to end the interview on this. I want you to give me a prediction in this fight.
Well, I look for Pacquiao to win, I hope Pacquiao knocks him out in about the 9th round. You know, pressure kills. So hopefully Manny will just pressure him. And, you know, I've been wrong many times before, but, you know, that's what I'd like to see.
All right. And with that, the truth has spoken.